Hello everyone, this is Steve with the free Bullion Investment Guide. Today is May 9th. I'm doing a review and outlook price analysis video for gold and silver. It's been 2 weeks since I posted a video for you, mostly because we've been seeing the same movement out of silver and gold for that matter. One day it's up, next day it's down, but it's generally just it hasn't really changed much in price. Silver, for instance, has been trading between 1460 and just it tried back here, which I think was before my last video. It broke the 1555 level, but since then it has not been able to break above it. It did reach slightly above it on Friday, but it was unable to close above 1555. For gold over the last 2 weeks, it too, let me see here, last 2 weeks, last video I did was around the 27th, the weekend of the 27th. That day we ended around, or we started that day around the 1725 level, and we're still in the 1700s. We've bounced all the way up to the 1725 level and come all the way down to the 1680 levels, and now we're just right in between. We've been bouncing all around the 1705 level for the last 2 weeks, and we haven't really nothing has really changed. Traders are really consolidating their holdings right now. Some are selling, some are buying. It's in between right now, and I think they're just waiting for the next leg to see what happens. But I'm going to give you three different scenarios for the outlook that I see right now. One is the obvious. We might see just continue more of the same for gold and silver. Silver may still next week lounge around and just continue to just really make a couch, sitting around the 1555 level, and gold just sitting around the 1700 level. It is both gold and silver are making bull flags as they lounge around in this level, though, as they just bounce and just stay in this general area. Silver as well has been just creating a bull flag as well. So a bull flag would signal that it's about to move somewhat higher. Now, for silver, we need to see industrial production increase, and that hasn't really happened that much yet. When it does, we will definitely see silver move higher. I think that's the catalyst that silver needs for it to start reaching new highs from the last few years. It hasn't gone above 18 or 19 in, I think it's been 3 or 4 years at least. I can go back just to quickly go to the weekly chart. It's been since 2016 since we touched above 20, so that gives you an idea of how long the price of silver has been in its lows or in its range area right now. But I clearly expect that once industrial production comes back online, that we should be breaking above 19 and well above that. With all the liquidity in the markets and all the damage that has been done, I clearly see silver and gold, for that matter, to be reaching new heights. But the other scenario, so that's the second scenario that I wanted to give you, that we may see silver and gold move higher. As far as its indicators, its RSI and its MACD for silver on the daily chart are in neutral territory, so it's hit or miss. And gold is looking like it's about to curve back up, but it's in neutral territory as well. And I think, again, traders are just kind of going to on a wait and see outlook. And the wait and see is my third outlook for silver and gold, and that is I think traders are kind of looking to the broader market and seeing what happens. This is the Dow Jones and this is the S&P 500. Just with some rumors that I've come across, that I've gathered from traders and how they're kind of thinking, is that this might be a false, I guess, movement, that we may see the price of the Dow Jones and the broader markets fall back down because earnings aren't there. People aren't getting back to work. I mean, we're seeing numbers that haven't been seen since the Great Depression. So it's really not that great out there. And we're seeing new highs and new highs. And it's like, where is this coming from? So the third outlook that we may see is another drop in the market. We may see a new low from let me see here. I guess this was the end of March. We may see another drop in the market. And if we see another drop in the market, we may see another run for liquidity. And if we see another run for liquidity, we'll likely see another drop in gold and silver. Now, I really suspect that gold and silver has hit their lows for the year. I do not expect to see gold or silver come back down to these levels. There's way too much demand. But if somebody out there needs to cover whatever they need to cover, and they look at gold and say, hey, I got some profit there, I'm going to sell, then that's clearly a possible outlook. So we'll have to see what happens in the Dow Jones. But if the Dow Jones and the S&P does take a turn for the worse and creates a new low, this is the S&P again, we may see what's called a dead cat bounce, which this is a very long dead cat bounce, but we may see a lower low. And same goes with the Dow Jones. And if that happens, we may see a run to liquidity, which may cause a sell-off in gold and silver. But again, I don't expect a sell-off to the lows of the year. But again, I doubt it very much, because the demand for silver and gold is just too great. I don't think that we will see 1165 in silver again this year, or again, period, or 1445 in gold. So that's it for this week's review and outlook for gold and silver. I thank you for your time. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and God bless.